Hey everybody, Jason Spangler here, the A&T Swapper, back with unboxing. This time it's going to be two collections that I've recently got. Both of these are actually already paid for. So I have seen the items that are here through pictures, but I confess it's actually been several weeks since I looked at those pictures, so I don't have a strong memory of what's in here. But we're going to check it out anyways. I figured one of them is really fairly small, so I'll just cut into this one and then open the box as well. We can kind of see what's in there. So, all right. Got my trusty Western knife and cut into this guy and we'll see what's in this. Again, what generally happens with these unboxing videos is these are collections where people have reached out to me and have decided that it's time to sell their scouting stuff. Oftentimes I'll have scouters who maybe don't have anyone in their family that's really interested, and they just want the stuff to go to a good home. And so we kind of swap stories back and forth. I always like to call people on the phone and talk to them. And then usually we'll make them an offer to buy the items. So that's kind of what's happening here. And let's see, I think there's probably, yep, a copy of our email that we exchanged back and forth in here as well. So just a couple of quick things, see if there's anything juicy in here. So this is kind of cool. You can tell that this guy spent some time in the Transatlantic Council, which probably means that he was a military brat. That's the only way really that scouters get over there, scouts. And so this is kind of a neat piece here with all the segments that go around their council patch. And then looks like there might be a couple of duplicates for some items there. Then he's also got some pieces in here, like this Alamo Campery patch, Klondike, and then just some really common things like rank patches and things that you just see over and over. So this is fairly typical of the kind of collections I get. There's not a whole lot here in terms of value, but this is somebody's time that they spend in scouting. You can see Transatlantic Council in Germany. And the thing that I love about old scout stuff is people tend not to throw this stuff out. You know, this guy, if he did this as a youth over in Germany, he's held on to this stuff for years and years, and finally, I guess, probably later in life said, well, somebody out there might appreciate this, and I've made him an offer to buy this, and we've got that settled up. So here, very, very small collection. So it's kind of what I call an accumulation. Sometimes when I get collections, well, most of the time really when I get collections, it's not so much a collection that someone had a checklist and they were actually trying to go out and get this variety and that year and this version of the patch. I don't get too many of those actually. Those people kind of have a different way of going about it. But what I tend to get is a lot of accumulations where someone has been in scouting for some period of time. Sometimes it was just their youth, like the collection you just saw, and sometimes it was maybe as an adult. And now these years later, they want to see the stuff go to a good home. They want someone to enjoy it and kind of rehome it. And so that's kind of where I come in. You guys know that I'm an OA guy, so I'm going to go right for the OA patches. So Immokalee, that's from Georgia. This is really nice. I love this. This is a Cherokee 50 from Alabama, and this is a pre-fleur-de-lis flap. These were no trade. That was a rule, no trade for the Cherokee 50. So these were hard to get. The Nanook from Alaska is pretty common actually, even though it was an Alaska patch. Those got traded around quite a bit. This guy's been sewn. I think that's from Texas or Oklahoma. You don't have all these memorized, but that's another nice one. This one's from New England. You can see the got the witch on there. And then San Diego, just throw some more up here, you can see. This Chief Lone Wolf's a pretty good patch. I think this is actually where he was from. That's in Texas. And so he's got several different versions here. You can see with these different versions that probably between the yellow and the silver, I'll have to kind of go back and see what the difference is. One might be Ordeal, one might be Brotherhood. And then here he has a blue one as well. So that was his home lodge. And so you can see that there's several different Chief Lone Wolf items in there. And then this is really common. Get these all the time from Pittsburgh. Another one here. There's Michigan. Here's right around the corner from me. Actually, where I am, this is the OA Lodge in that's Central North Carolina Council. And then check that out. That's pretty cool. Anna-Topa-Hutse. That's a cool looking patch. It's got the Texas and stuff. I'll have to look that one up. I like that. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, there's another one of these guys there. Okay. And then some more OA. I believe that's out in Colorado. Another Texas. I think we already saw that one. Then here's an old twill. It's been sewn, but we got that going on. There's there from Chicago, Cascade. More from this lodge. I'll have to research those and see what the different border colors mean. And then here's some more from Texas. This is a nice old one. You can tell by the back here, this Micanaqua, which is probably one of the biggest lodges in the country. And then just a couple of more there. So, I grew up as an OA collector, so I love getting OA stuff. That's kind of my bread and butter. But you don't always get that. Seems like these days, every collection I get has these reproduction patches from the regions, which is, yeah, I'm kind of like tired of seeing that. Same thing here. Ooh, 1953 Jamboree. No, actually, it's a plastic back reproduction. So those things got around, man. They really got around. Here's kind of cool. You can see a Chief Lone Wolf. Again, that's his lodge, and so he does have some sort of event patches from there. And then something I really like is conclave patches. I collect conclave patches, and so seeing that conclave from Region 9, that'll definitely be a keeper for me. I collect anything pre-1973, so I'll have to find the date on it and see if that fits my collection or not. Otherwise, I might have to kick it out there. But there's another couple of things. That's a 75 conclave, so that wouldn't fit. This is kind of unusual. Check that out. A 1973 Jamboree patch that somebody has taken the time to make beads on. Which, again, what? But anyways, okay, why not? Go for it. A couple of Philmont arrowheads. Those are pretty ubiquitous, but it is kind of neat that even in the same collection, you can see these are two very different patches. Look at the background material on the gray. We could even flip them around and see that one is cloth back and one is plastic back. When you look at it like that, it almost feels like these are totally different generations. Like the same individual would not have gotten these at the same time. Like maybe this one would have been as a youth and this one as an adult. And I think maybe that's, I can't remember exactly the story he told me, but that might be part of it as well. Another cool item is this. I love these little price books. Back in the day, this was the go-to book for collecting stuff. Bill Price. This is 1974. And these were essentially little picture books. Things were so simple back then that you literally could have a little identification right here with just letters telling you what these things were. So this Bill Price book, I don't know if he actually used it and made check marks, but these are great. I find them in lots of collections, and I almost kind of think I wish somebody would do this today. Make like a new Bill Price book. Of course, we couldn't call it Bill Price. He's not around anymore, but that would be really, really cool. A couple of merit badge items here. Let's see, we've got a sash. This is really kind of a modern sash. I don't think there's anything on here too special. This is all probably from the last 20 years. And then we have some more of these reproductions. Nothing really even worth holding up to the camera. 73 Jamboree he went to. I believe this is a Philmont map. That's what he told me. So he did spend some time at Philmont, yep. So a lot of guys who went to Philmont held on to these maps, and they actually would carry these around, while they were at the Philmont. Got an old OA handbook there. Kind of helps date this collection. That's kind of it. There's a couple of green uniform shirts. I always have guys who are asking me about, do I have a large size? So I'll have to see if this is like an adult size, and if it is, I probably can find a new home for that. So. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video. Again, the idea of this channel is just to share with you the items that I find and maybe spark a little more interest in scouting memorabilia. If you're in the situation of these folks and you have some box of scout stuff that's been following you around from move to move and you'd like to rehome it to someone who would appreciate it, please reach out to me. My name is Jason Spangler. I go by Santee Swapper on the internet. I've been doing this a long time. I'm a recovering public school teacher who turned my side hustle of dealing in patches into a little bit of a business, and I would enjoy to contact you and speak to you about your collection. My website is scoutpatchcollectors.com. You can find all my contact information there as well. So thanks again for watching my unboxing. Go to my YouTube channel where I have over 24 of these unboxing videos with similar scouting collections, and you can go there and see the other prizes that I've pulled out of these boxes. Thanks a lot.